Hello students, good morning. Today in this class we are going to study the further part of your crop production and management. So in last session we have studied about addition of manure and fertilizers. So let us recall that manure and fertilizers in short. What is meant by manure? Manure is nothing but it is an organic substance where it is prepared with the help of plant residue and the animal waste. And fertilizer is nothing but it is a man-made chemical substance and which is also rich in nutrient. And we have studied that after addition of manure and fertilizers, the crops will be grown properly. But as we start continuously supplying the fertilizers in the field may lose its nutrients, so that here we are going to um, add two more techniques in the addition of nutritions. Other sustainable techniques of improving soil quality. So under that, one is leaving the land fallow and one more is crop rotation. Why we are using these two techniques means when there is a continuous usage of fertilizers in the field, so that the soil may lose its fertility. So what is mean by fertility? Fertility is nothing but the soil which constitute almost all the nutrients or the nutrients. See here the first technique, that is leaving the land fallow. So what happens when we use this method in the farming? See here, this method is a simple and easy to increase the fertility of soil. After leaving the land without farming for several seasons, so that the nutrients may get replenished back with the help of natural processes such as decomposition of dead animals or the plants by its small microorganisms, so that the nutrients may replenished after leaving the land fallow. So this is one technique to replenish the nutrients back. Next is crop rotation. So what is this crop rotation? What is meant by the crop rotation? It is nothing but growing of two or more crops alternatively. See here, for example, after growing the wheat, we are not going to cultivate the same crop in the same field. So that what will happen after growing this wheat? These wheat crops will absorb all the nutrients from that field, so that the field will become deficient of nutrition. So in order to get back that nutrition, what the farmer does is, in the same field where the wheat was grown, he will start cropping another plants such as crops like corn, beans, peas, chickpeas apart from wheat. What happens if we grow different plant in the same field? See here, to grow that plants, here farmers are using some leguminous crops. What are those leguminous crops? It is used to describe the plant in the legume family. These leguminous crop will come under legume family, which includes plants that produce some beans, peas, lentils. So these are some examples for leguminous crop. And here these leguminous crops are having some nodules in their roots, and that roots contain some bacteria, and that bacteria we call them as a rhizobium. What that bacteria will does, they will convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogenic compounds. Here I show that picture of bacteria where it is present in the roots of that leguminous crop. These bacteria will help to convert the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogen compound, which is again used by the plant. So in this way we can replenish the nutrients to the plant. And here there is some relationship that we have already studied in 6th standard, that is symbiotic relationship. That is, there is a relationship between this bacteria and the plant. Here the bacteria is helping in giving nutrients or the nitrogen to the plants. So these are the two methods of replenishing nitrogen to the field. So next practice is irrigation. As you all know that water is a very important part of all living organism, including plants. So without water, the plants will never grow. So it is essential and very important and which play vital role in the growing plants. So what is this irrigation? Irrigation is nothing but the supply of water to the crops at different interval. That is called as irrigation. So irrigation is nothing but there is a supply of water to the crops by different techniques or by different methods. That is what we call it as a irrigation. So for this irrigation process, we require water. So that water we are getting from some water bodies like wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. These are, whichever you are observing on the screen, these are called as sources of irrigation. Sources of irrigation is nothing but the water which we are getting from these water bodies to supply that water to this all the crops, or we can say that water is supplied to the field.